begin back in 1948, but rather when Joshua Ben Nun connected between the Jewish people to its Israeli homeland. We believe that every citizen will be able to determine its freedom of occupation, its freedom for self-security. We believe that we must safeguard always our military strength. Without this, there is no security. I'm the son of a Holocaust survivor, a Jewish child of 13 years old that someone wanted to murder. We will protect ourselves, honor ourselves. We'll make sure that we will always have the IDF military, which its might is never undoubted. On one night in the winter of 1944 in the Budapest ghetto, my grandmother called her child, my father, "My kid, you don't know it, but today it's your bar mitzvah. I cannot bake a cake. Your father will no longer come back. But there's one thing I can do." And she took out this tiny perfume bottle. Chanel 5 was an elegant lady perfume back then. And she took it out and she broke it on the floor and said, "At least it will not reek on my child's bar mitzvah." We believe that Israel is a Jewish state. Her identity is Jewish, her character is Jewish, and its treatment to its non-Jewish citizen is also Jewish, quoting for the Bible. We believe that as long as our security needs are maintained, Israel is a peaceful country. Israel is reaching its hand to all nations of the region, including the Palestinians. It's time for you to recognize that we will never move from here. So let's learn how to live side by side. We believe there's a great blessing in the Abraham Accords, great blessing in the economic momentum that was created in the Negev Summit with Egypt, Gulf countries, and Morocco, and there'll be great blessing with the agreements that are yet to come. The country of Israel will not be alone. It's on us to continue to strengthen our diplomatic ties with the world. It's our duty to recruit the global community to the fight against anti-Semitism and to make sure that Israel will stay safe. We believe that the role of the government is to protect the law, and the law is aimed at protecting the government. The judiciary protects the weak and the strong. The law is the basis for our mutual lives here. Economy needs to be dynamic, but our job is to protect those who does not have, to give every child in every place a fair chance. We believe that the Iranian threat is of top importance, and we will do whatever we can do to prevent Iran to have nuclear capabilities or to solidify itself on Israel's border. I stand here today and I send this message to all those who want to hurt Israel. Don't try us. Israel will do whatever it needs to protect itself against all threats. We believe and pray together to the safety of our soldiers and our police forces, by air, by sea, by land. And we will not rest until our sons will be returned, Adal Goldin and Oren Shaul. May their memory be a blessing, and the two citizens who are still being held captive in the Gaza Strip. We agree, we acknowledge the fact that we shouldn't always agree. The freedom of press and the freedom of speech. We need to invest all efforts to find out the truth. But the big Israeli question is why now, where we have a wide consensus on all top issues, the levels of hatred and anxiety are so high among Israeli society. Why the privation is a threat more than ever before? The answer is politics. In Israel, politics, the political arena is becoming vicious and violent, and it is leaking to the streets, and it is dragging the Israeli society downhill with it, and this we must stop. This is our challenge. The state of Israel, the citizens of Israel are better than that. There are forces and powers here that are like no others. In a time of a global crisis, this is our time to shine. We know how to adapt, how to evolve. We just need to do it together. In my office in the Israeli parliament, I have two pictures hung there side by side, David Ben-Gurion and Menachem Begin, two bitter political rivals, but also two of the most important Israeli prime ministers we ever had. They always fought, but they always remembered that they have the same cause, the same goal to build the strength, the moral strength of Israel. Our test is not if we won an argument, but if we were wise enough to work together with those who did not agree with us. This speech is heard by many people who did not vote in favor of this government that will never support it. I thank you for your willingness to listen. I ask to work together with you for the sake of the state of Israel, our state of Israel. I am committed to serve you too. I adopt the statements of my predecessor. People, brothers, we are. The challenges we're facing are major. The education crisis, Iran, cost of living, personal security. When these challenges are so major, we must not exhaust our energies in bickering. We must stand along one another. Our children are looking towards us. What do we want them to see? We want our children to see that we did everything to build together a Jewish, democratic Israel, a generous one, a good one. Only together we shall win. Thank you very much. Yes, and that was the first speech of Israel's new incoming Prime Minister Yair Lapid, who took over from his predecessor Naftali Bennett short days ago. And joining us now to unpack again this first statement of the interim Prime Minister is I-24 News' senior correspondent Owen Alterman. Owen, so we've just heard Yair Lapid for the first time as Prime Minister, interim Prime Minister. He covered many topics, really a very wide range of issues there, from security to the economy to the sense of brotherhood or lack thereof, which he reiterated time and again as Israel's biggest challenge. But we need to bear in mind, campaign season is on, so at least when it comes to the political statements there, we need to remind ourselves that. But Owen, what do you make of this first speech of Israel's Prime Minister Yair Lapid?
Well, Ali, listen, it was a very Yair Lapid-esque speech. I mean, this is someone who is an author, who is a writer.
Yes, we're having...
We're all set now. It was a very Yair Lapid-esque speech. I mean, this is someone who is an author, who is a writer, of course, a former television personality. We have to add that. So someone who's used to using the cameras, someone who's used to using the written word and the spoken word and the videoed word, if you will, to get his message across. And this is obviously crafted with that in mind. And standard Lapid messages calling for the unity of the country, thanking Naftali Bennett, and focusing, we should say, it also should be emphasized, he focused on the security issues. And that, of course, is not by accident. I think he wanted to give Israelis a sense of comfort that even though he was coming into the position, he doesn't have a strong security background per se,
He wanted to give people a sense of comfort that the country's security is in good hands, particularly coming within an hour of this announcement that a Hezbollah drone had been shot over Israel's natural gas rig in the Mediterranean. So obviously giving that sense. In terms of diplomacy, another thick hint from the Prime Minister, as he heard from his predecessor, Naftali Bennett, of potential agreements and a potential breakthrough with Saudi Arabia. That would obviously be very, very exciting across the Israeli political spectrum. Noted the issue of reaching out to the Palestinians. That will certainly distinguish him from his two predecessors, and that will certainly be noted by the body politic. And again, calling for unity.